Hey guys, thank you for joining another episode of Mukbang with your host, Dongdigity. Today I'm gonna be eating some Indomie Goreng. Indomie. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Mmm. Mmm. So today I was frustrated with Kimmy because she had an overdue book to a public library. I guess the one account that she has, you don't get like fined for it. But still, like, why don't you just return it on the time? Frustrating. Mm. I swear it's so good with egg. I talked about the history like a while back, so I won't today. Sometimes you just crave it, right? So one of my good friend asked me if I could grab a lunch with him. So I said, okay. Seems like it wasn't out of ordinary or anything, but it wasn't normal either. So he just asked me out of nowhere right after I got married if it's possible. So I did. And he just had a few questions. One thing he asked me was, is it different? Do you feel anything different that you and Kimmy live together and now you're married and having to live together as a married couple? Do you feel the difference? So I said, it does. And even still now, just the fact that we are husband and wife is a little different than being fiance or even having to be just girlfriend and boyfriend. Because I know some friends that just got married on paper and tried to say that ceremony and reception cost and then use that towards something future, and that's totally fine. And that was my thoughts about like how I wanted to do it in the beginning with Kimmy. We were planning on just saving that money, buy a land, and build a house that we wanted to do, like we wanted, just like how we wanted, build a house and get married on our land, our property. That's how we wanted to do it. But Kimmy was more on, I don't want to regret anything down the road, where I wish I had did the whole ceremony and all that fancy. So there's just a lot of different thoughts about it and a lot of different opinions. So like to me, as long as Kimmy's happy, then I'm good. And she didn't like the idea of doing it at having our own land, doing it on there, because she feel like she's already like tied down to that house. She doesn't want to feel like that. And all our parents are telling us like, oh, you get a house first, now you're married, get a house, but we don't want to feel like that committed, tied down yet. We want to be able to have flexibility where we could move, we could travel, we could do whatever, and then if anything happens, we'll be okay. Eventually, of course, me and Kimmy gonna settle down, find a place, make little dongers and little Kimmers. But until then, I want me, Kimmer, and my kiddo right here just to enjoy a little bit more of us time. I know a lot of you you guys might not agree with me 100%, but I do think it doesn't have to be like super big or fancy, but to do a ceremony, for some people, they like to, it feels different by showing publicly that you're announcing your love to each other and stuff. But some people like to keep it very private, right? So it could be different, depends on what you prefer. But I really just try to avoid that, even having the thought of question that what if kind of situation in the end. Because even, let's say we just only did a court paper, eventually down the road, I will be probably going to a lot of other people's wedding, and she will join me too, and then she might have just any like second thought. But So that's just us. But everyone else could think different, you know. Some people might just love it that they just did it on court and or just on paper, and they're happy that's but it was quite interesting. Like few guys, those who's been dating for a while, asked me a lot of questions. I'm a little salty about a few certain people that said they're gonna come to the wedding, but that they didn't come, and without even without saying anything, they just didn't come. It cost money. That's why I made sure I texted them like 2 weeks before, like, oh, you sure you're coming? And they're like, of course, but why wouldn't you come? I wouldn't be mad if you told me before, you know. I don't know. Shouldn't be guilty. I think I meant to say salty. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm. Hope everyone has a great day.